We begin this week's episode of Soap the morning after Jessica walked out on Chester.
Morning, Benson.
Good morning. Looking for someone?
No. Who in the world would I be looking for, Benson?
Mrs. Tate?
Why would I be looking for Mrs. Tate?
Because she didn't spend the night here.
What are you talking about, Benson? Of course she spent the night here.
Oh, yeah? Then where is she?
She went out early this morning.
Mrs. Tate don't leave early in no morning. Mrs. Tate can't find her shoes much before noon.
It just so happens that this morning she got up very early and went out.
Good morning, Daddy.
Good morning, Princess.
Good morning, Benson. I've got to go, Daddy. Oh, tell Mother I won't be home this evening. I'm flying to Washington to cover Congressman McCallum's press conference.
And then she's going to cover McCallum.
Shut up, Benson.
Well, look who's here.
Oh, Benson, I've got to have a cup of coffee this morning. What a night I had. You know, Chester, when people get angry and storm off and say, that's it, I've had it, I'm leaving, I wonder where it is they go. Thank you, Benson. Well, you see, I went to the beach because, I thought that would be a nice, quiet place to think. But, Chester, it was freezing cold, and then this seagull kept attacking me. So, of course, I couldn't stay on the beach, and I went to an all-night movie. But, I couldn't stay there because of that man. So I just...
What man?
Oh, this man that sat next to me. Chester, I was the only one in the entire movie, and then this man came in, and with all those empty seats, where do you think he sat?
Next to you.
Right. And even though the theater was terribly warm, the entire time he kept on his,
Trench coat.
Yes. And Chester, if that wasn't bad enough, I couldn't even hear the movie because of his,
Heavy breathing.
Right. Chester, do you know him?
No.
Well, by that time it was 6-something in the morning and the sun was coming up and, oh, Chester, it was wonderful.
Well, Jessica, I'm glad that you came to your senses and decided to come home.
Oh, I didn't come to my senses, Chester. Well, I did come to my senses, but I think I may have come to different senses than you would have liked.
What are you talking about, Jessica?
Well, you see, Chester, I know what you've done. And I have decided to, well, forgive wouldn't be exactly the right word because I'm not going to forgive you. But to put it on the shelf for now. But Chester, if it ever happens again, I'm afraid I won't be able to put it on the shelf. By then, the shelf will be full.
Why are you standing there grinning, Benson?
I don't know what I love more, her sticking it to you or you getting stuck.
I can't get over it. I just can't get over it.
He looked so peaceful.
He was murdered.
I know.
He was my son.
I know. Darling, why don't you sit down? I'll get you a cup of coffee.
Who would do a thing like that?
Well, what I can't believe is that it happened in Connecticut. That's what I can't believe. This kind of thing happens in states like New Jersey or California or Chicago, but not in Connecticut.
Listen, everybody, why don't you help yourself to some food? Benson's got a whole mess of food in the dining room.
It is not a mess.
Now, who could eat at a time like this? Who could possibly eat?
I could. I'm famished.
Oh, Chester, it's very important to discuss these things. It would be very helpful to me to know what you would like after you're gone, because, Chester, once you're gone, it's going to be too late for you to tell me.
I'm not going, Jessica.
I don't mean right at this moment.
Never.
What are you going to do instead?
I'll have them freeze me.
I'll just wrap him in tinfoil and put him in with the lamb chops.
No, Benson. They freeze people, and when they discover the cure for what killed them, they thaw them out and then bring them back.
And you're going to trust somebody to do that?
They're paid to do it.
Oh, yeah? Well, what if they don't do it? I mean, if I ever got the cure and saw you lying in the freezer, I'd say eat your heart out.
Please, would y'all just sit down? Sit down, please. Whew. Mrs. Tate, can I trouble you for a glass of milk?
Oh, yes. Benson, would you please get the sheriff a glass of milk?
And some cookies?
You have Oreos?
I can't wait to find out who did it. This is just like a movie of the week.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of. What person in this room could possibly have killed Peter Campbell?
What person?
That's right, you idiot. What person?
You, for one.
Well, I'm sorry, Chester.
Mr. Tate?
Benson knows that I was here. Sorry.
Well, Mr. Tate is one of the suspects. He's a suspect.
Why?
For two reasons. Well, number one, because he's black.
That's fair.
The other reason is because he's the butler. And we all know that in many, many cases like this, the butler did it. What? Yeah. Where do you think they got that expression? I mean, you think they just dreamed it up? The butler did it? No. No, you're suspect number 4.
Benson.
Yeah, thanks. You too are a suspect.
I can't wait to hear why.
Because you're a homo.
That's almost as good as my reason.